Welcome back to the Getting Out podcast. Anthony here again, and just got back from the Four-Wheel Drive show on the weekend. The Melbourne Four-Wheel Drive show was actually it was good. The usual crew at Speaker always got the orange bags going around with all their customers, and it literally was like the only people you see carrying bags were from that shop. I don't know, because they were hyper orange bags and they stuck out, or they always, they are a probably niche brand to a particular market in the hunting and outdoor area. So a lot of people probably do pick up some genuine show specials there. So hats off to them, because they really did stand out. There wasn't many people carrying stuff around. There was a lot of people just walking around, checking out the builds, checking out new products, checking out new cars. There was a lot of American cars there, like huge. A lot of the show and shine was good. There was a lot of cars, and a couple of mates' cars are out in the show and shine, which was pretty cool. Had to thank Maxline Australia for providing me some tickets for the show. That was really nice for you guys to hand me a couple of compasses so I can go to the show and have a squiz. I only came in solo, so there was a guy there trying to play around with his phone, trying to order a ticket, was getting a bit frustrated, so I grabbed him and came in with me for free. So he was pretty grateful for that. If you're listening to it, I hope you had a good time. But yeah, I got to speak to a few people there. I spoke to the guys, TJ and Mac. They were pretty cool. The Aussie Arvo boys, they're going to hopefully be on the show before Christmas, organising that one. The main objection was just, I'll be honest, I wanted to go out and ask people if they want to come on the show and introduce myself. And yeah, a few people were positive about it. There was a few people who were, oh yeah, cool, no worries, good on you. I don't care, In the end of the day, I'm only just providing a passion I have and voicing it out to you guys, whether you want to listen to it or not. It's up to you. But I'm trying to provide as much value as possible and put more time to it. You notice that the 3 weeks I haven't put a show out and been trying to do fortnightly. It's just life is busy. I have a job. I've got a family. I've got things to do. I focus on my fitness. So I go for runs and rides and go to the gym, and I work full time. I've got 2 kids half the time. So, yeah, that's how life is. You'll notice a few people on YouTube are the same. They'll punch out fortnightly, maybe a couple of months off here, a couple of months there, they're not doing it. Same with the podcast, but it doesn't work well with the algorithm. It doesn't work well with the flow on Spotify and iTunes. You sort of get pushed to the side and there are less views, but I'm not here for view count. I'm not here for followers. I'm here to provide some content and have some fun and meet new people along the way, get educated myself, and hopefully educate you guys, and you guys ask questions, have a bit of a yarn, and go from there. So if you want to come on the show, if you feel like you got some value to bring to people, message me, email me, info@gettingout.com.au. I'm at Getting Out Pod on all the socials, so I'm happy for you guys to reach out. I used to listen to a podcast and go, I love to be on that show. Same. If you want to be on it, I'm in Victoria. You got time? Let's go. So I'm looking forward to seeing the things at the sort of the four-wheel drive show. I'm looking forward to sharing what would be good for Father's Day as a gift. Whether you got to buy for your father, or you got to buy represent your kids and buy something for them. Get them to buy something for you. Your dad or yourself, if you got your partners or significant others to listen to this show, I've got some ideas that I found from the show and stuff that I've used at different budgets to give you some ideas, because it's only next week, or 10 days away if I was to release it in the day I'm recording it. So I found a few things that I would like if I needed it, I guess, or ideas towards things that I would like for making camping easier. Even just a few small gifts to do with the kids and have activities to do with the kids while you're away. I think those are some of the coolest gifts I've ever got, is buying stuff to do with the kids and going on adventures. Like, example, you can buy yourself a compass, buy kids a compass with you, buy a few head torches, Instead of buying one head torch and saying Dad's got a head torch, buy 3 head torches if you've got 2 kids, or 4 head torches if you all go camping. I think buying gifts all together sometimes is more fun than just buying one gift for Dad and then having to get 2 later on because you're all going to do it together. Well, it depends on your budget as well. If you buy one and you like it, and you can buy more, or if you know you're going to like it, you maybe just buy a couple more and, get the kids involved. Or, I find doing that has been pretty cool over the years, is sharing things to do with the kids and getting more fulfillment out of it. That's just as an idea. Like Tie Gear make these awesome guide ropes. They're about $25 each or something. I looked at it and it's like a guide rope. Instead of having all the rope out, I've had an awning tent with all the ropes all tangled and you have to peg it in. Like seriously, just buy the Tie Gear ones. It has its own little bag. You put the guide rope down and you put the remainder rope in the bag and zip it up, and it's contained. And even better, it contains itself so you can pack it away with your awning and tent. Yes, sorry, a little bit expensive, but the convenience factor is huge. In that saying, go get some screw pegs. The super peg ones are like $5 each. And you get a 13mm head on the end of your drill, and buy a few 10 pegs. That's a few good budgetary items to have. 4 10 pegs is $20. Even buying, some pancake mix or something, even buying some pancake mix so you can make pancakes with your kids camping, make a bit of a hamper for when you go away so you don't have to worry about shopping. And it's like your camping hampers there. And then buy a couple of Kelmet bags from kelmet.com.au. They're based in Scoresby, Aussie-made PVC bags so you can put it in. You're buying local and you're supporting locals. I've got their chainsaw bag. I've got their barbecue bag. They're freaking awesome. Have a look at them. I'll put the link on their website for my page for you as well, because it's just it's an item that you don't think about them, but when you got it, it's like the best thing ever. And if your dad's got a barbecue, like a little Weber BBQ, and he takes it camping, buy a bag for it to put it in there. So A, he stores it clean, and B, you can use it and pack it away. And those things you use forever, and those things you kind of remember. That's pretty cool. Even buying, if you've got an upcoming trip, buy a paper map for it. And then you can look at it together and make some ideas and plans from it. So if you're going to, say, Marysville up towards Craig's Hut, buy the paper map, and then you can map it out as a family, or even map it out yourself. I don't know, just like, I've done that with the kids before and they loved it. And I found it cool because you can mark those maps down and then date it and say you've done it, or this is the date we're going to do it. I think they're little things like that. You don't have to go outrageous. Kids want to probably use their pocket money, and a map's about $15. But the memories you have in that, when you store it away, or you go on a trip again and you've got those memories of where you went, what maps you did. In saying that, even buying a couple of disposable cameras. I know I'm a 90s person through and through. Buying a couple of disposable cameras to have with the kids, printed off properly, and then have it as a show and make memories with it is pretty cool than the standard camera. I'm trying to not use my phone while away. Admittedly, I do sometimes, but where we go, we have no reception. It makes life easier. But taking photos with the phone's a pain in the ass sometimes. Sometimes we travel with friends that always carry the cameras, but having a disposable one for a bit of fun, but also maybe getting like a sort of like a DJI Osmo 5. It's like a GoPro, but much better. I find GoPros aren't as good anymore, and everyone's saying the same thing, like they're just not investing money in anymore. So buying some cameras like that to take memories where you can sort of bash it around and get waterproof, even a disposable one for some funny things on the campsite is a bit of fun. They're pretty good ideas. Even if there's lots of things you could buy for the outdoor scene. And at the show, honestly, there was a few ideas. There's the standard ideas that I saw. Those were sort of the standout ones, and some I just made up literally in the head as I was discussing here now. Also, like the Darchi and Hardcore make these little USB charged lights, just magnetized to make extra lighting in the camping area. They're like a little ball. It's like a little dome light, say 10 centimeters long by 6 centimeters wide, but they emit a lot of light, but it's really handy to have on site. So I would recommend that to do as well. They're about, I don't know how much they are. I'll put a link on the site, but they're under $100. It depends on the budget you got. So there were sort of just a few ideas I had for Father's Day, even early Christmas thinking ideas. I know we're in August 30, we're at 26th of August today. Like, Christmas is not that far away. There's a lot of ideas, a lot of planning. If you are an early planner, like me, I used to plan last minute. Now I'm a bit earlier in things. So yeah, learnt from mistakes of rushing around and stressing out with work and whatnot. So yeah, there's some Father's Day ideas for you all. Back to the show. Yeah, the ARB stand was really standout this year. I found the ARB, like, they had $25 chainsaw bags and normally $200. Like, that was I'm saying $200, about $125, but that was insane price. I know they probably made a mistake or who knows, but like that was probably one of the biggest standout cheapest items I saw. Everybody had their usual, what you can build your car with. There was the usual YouTubers there. There's a few that, doing their raffles and all their prizes now, which is a little bit crazy. Like, I think in a few years' time, if not next year or two, there's going to be a whole podium area just for raffle awards like LMCT and a few of the others. I don't want to name names because I don't know. You can start entering all these things. You're really spending $200 a month in subscriptions on raffles. On top of the subscriptions you probably got with YouTube, Netflix, Disney. Like, there's $400 a month in probably that stuff. Like, I don't know, put it towards something else. But it's a bit crazy. Some people that I follow do the raffles as well. And I actually don't mind the ones that actually have like a bit of a discounted items with affiliated brands. So if you pay $20 a month, but you get discounts on things you may use regularly, that does come in handy. There's a few that are just, that they'll look a bit sus in a sense. I don't know, and there's a few that are just, people that are running it don't really believe, they sort of extend it out another month probably to get some more ticket sales. And yeah, I don't trust it too much in that sense. So, but it's up to you. I'm not judging anyone that does it. That's just me personally, but I think it is getting out of control sometimes, and it's going to take time. There's going to be a point where people are going to not join in. There's going to be a lot more laws that probably come in to block people, because I know SA aren't allowed to do any of those ones unless they're at a particular item, like value. I don't know off the top of my head, but that's what I've read up. But, I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I hope, and more importantly, if you entered, I hope you guys win. I hope you get some value out of it, because, yeah, if you can do it, if the people are making money off it, but more importantly, making people happy win from it, then and save some money maybe in those subscriptions, then good on them. Maybe someone's bought something that's worth $2,000 and they saved 10% and they got $200 off and they paid the subscription off for most of the year. Then, it's a win-win in a sense, but some of them are, 5x entries for this one day only, and you click on it and it's so easy just to pay it and go, okay, good, best of luck. But yeah, it's a hard one sometimes. It's a bit of a grey area, but to people who entered, more importantly, I hope you guys win from it. So yeah, the show, I think the biggest reward of it all was $30 to park your car. Was absolutely fucking ridiculous. Last year it was 20. 2 years ago it was 20. No, last year it was 25. Sorry. And you're parking like 100 meters away from the main entrance, and like $30 is really expensive. But the cool thing about the car park is that's where all the mad rigs are. That's where all the customers. That's where you see some of the coolest cars is in the car park, actually parked further away. And walking through some of the builds, some of the things you see, and you can tell who watches what, or you know, some of the builds in the car park were awesome. I think that's where the most of the show and shine is the actual car park of the show. And you could tell some people cleaned the car for the event. You could tell people probably camped out and gone back to get lunch from there because, it was about $32 just to get a burger, chips, and drink in the event. And the other thing I found with the event is I didn't bring my kids, but I don't recommend bringing your kids at a really young age if you want to invest time looking at things for a while, because there's nothing there really much to do for the kids. I remember one year they had a reptile area. I don't think I saw that this year, but really it'd be pretty. My kids would have been pretty bored after an hour, maybe half an hour. I went by myself and just had a quick loop around, did what I needed to do, and got out as fast as I can to beat traffic. Going early in the morning's the best, but yeah, for kids, if it depends on your kids. Every kid's different, but my two, I think, would have got pretty bored because there wasn't really much to do for kids. The few show and shines were pretty cool, but it wasn't as interactive as it could have been. I've seen some shows that are very interactive for kids, but that each to their own. Personally, -7. I wouldn't have brought it. I didn't bring them. I'm glad I didn't because they would have been bored. And yeah, and it would have been expensive. Say, okay, you go out. I don't care. Like sometimes you don't care how much things cost if you're out, but like $30 parking, say $120 in food. You bought a couple of items. It'd be a $300-400 day just to go out with the kids, not including tolls. Tolls, what, $20-something to go to and from the peninsula. You got petrol. You got everything adds up. It's crazy. So I would definitely invest if you want to go. If you're going in the intention of buying something or looking at something that you want to see, go. Definitely if you're going to buy something they're going to have there that you're going to save a bucket load of money on shipping, awesome. But there was no 25% off everything, or there was a few specials, but honestly, they're on special online half the time anyway. I think that was the biggest disappointment at all is you really weren't getting a show special like you used to years ago. Years ago, you used to go to the shows and maybe get a good percentage off winches or awnings or something. And really, it was like the shops just migrated to one place to go and sell their stuff, and they were desperate to sell because they had to make back the money. Exhibitors paid to be at those things. Worked on an exhibit last year at Boss, and I can tell you now, they paid a fortune. And the return of investment, having all these staff there, having everything there is critical. So, obviously you don't want to waste time with people and not going to spend, and you want to spend time with people to expose your brand in those 3 days is to maximize your exposure is critical. So, yeah, it was good. They had some massive stands there. I actually didn't even see TJM. I don't know what's going on with them in the market, but I guess they're, the likes of AOB, Ironman, and Off-Road Animal, and a few others in the midst now. Like TJM is sort of, I don't know where I didn't even see them. They had no branding there. I didn't see, they may have been there, but maybe under someone else. So I hope they, for the sake of their products they make, and importantly the people they employ, I hope they have some success, or I don't know what's going with them. So yeah, hope they do well, because they're sort of like there's always been ARB, Ironman, and TJM. So hope they're I guess I hope they do all right. So you don't want to let people lose their jobs. So in the upcoming shows, I will be having some more guests. I've just been working on a few. They will be released. I'm going to do a review on my new awning I may or may not have. So I'm been working on something with the car. I sold my Dacia awning and got something to replace it. So I'm looking forward to installing that and having that ready for summer and even October. And yeah, Father's Day is coming up. I wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. Hope your kids have fun with you, and yeah, enjoy the day. I hope life is good for all the dads out there who are going to be celebrating in a couple of weeks or 10 days time. I know I'll be with my two. I can't wait. It's one of my favourite times with them, because they sort of have these little stalls at school. They sell some knickknacks and they have a little bit of fun getting some funny things with it. It's something about kids spending money when they got their other friends around at the school and little knickknacks when they got the money in the hand at that age. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, if you do like camping, encourage them to go to the camp shops. I guess, in previous episode, I was talking about making camp shops better and, test them out. Give me some feedback of what you get for after Father's Day. Good old Bunnings, you can't go wrong with as well. Like, you can find a few things there. Even their camping section is expanding like their pet section. It's crazy. Who knows what they're going to be in the next couple of years? It could be like a BCF inside Bunnings. They're becoming it's crazy. So, yeah, as I said, I'm going to end it here. So I hope you all have a great Father's Day. In this weather warming up, I hope you all get to go out and get ready to go camping. Have any questions, please reach out to my email, info@gettingout.com.au. And I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Cheers.